Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fantasy Driven. As you know, we've had some technical issues with my internet, but I am back where I should be at my desk with my books. So hopefully the break in between wasn't too terrible for all of you, and hopefully we will see an increase in quality now that I'm not bothering our tech man. Thank you very much, tech man, for letting me bum at your house while we record these sessions. Anyways, now we can continue our journeys through Seneca and about the secrets of the Blaze Fall. Where we left off, our party had been brought to the little town of Belsheer, a town built on livestock and trade, currently facing hard times due to the advancements in technology called the Metevs, built by the Cloudmaw noble family and Hathor. The party, in searching for the secrets of the Blazefall, have found their way to Belsheer through not so peaceful means. A patrol searching for the long lost Prince of Hathor, Adane First Forest, uh, captured our party as they sought to head into the Harmrim Mountains. Fortunately, our party was innocent of any crimes, but that could only be ascertained by one of the nobles of the district, and the closest one was unfortunately all the way in Belsheer. On the bright side, though, our party has heard tell that there is a wizard here who goes by the name of Blavakin, who might be connected to the Blazefall in some way, at least connected to the trolls that attacked the Elder Blossom Witch's hut. Now, on the streets of the livestock town, our party sought to find respite after their long journey, and instead found a little avian friend poking around Blavakin's magic tower. We will pick up just as Corvus comes face to face with Lirio, Klaude, and Vex. Everyone, what would you like to do?
Let us just stand in front of this small avian, and he waves at him. Hello there, buddy. Why are you watching that tower?
Corvus just kind of looks at them, tilts his head left and right, and stares.
Hello?
Hello, he repeats back.
Oh! Wait a second. He
You
kneels down
realize
and stares at the verb.
Corvus's voice sounds exactly like Lirio's when they say hello.
Lirio takes a good stare, and then he just grabs from his bag a bunch of books until he grabs a very big one. You see a bunch of notes falling off. I've seen this before. Wait. You see him opening a page marked by a huge black feather, and then he looks at the Kenku, looks back at the book, looks back at the Kenku. Wait a second. Are you perhaps a Kenku?
Yes.
Huh.
As you look deeper, you notice there are a few inconsistencies between the books and the specimen you're looking at. Make me a history check.
Oh joy, the first. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Time to see how bad this first roll goes.
At the same time, by the way, Vex is gonna be like, whoever this is just stole your voice. You know that, right?
Not exactly stole, more like added to their vocabulary, as Kenkus work more on repeating sounds that they heard. They don't have exactly a way to talk themselves. So, for example, I say hello, he says hello, but using my voice. But it shouldn't be that bad. And then, hang on, I need to check my book here. Okay, let's see how bad this first roll goes. Where's the dice book? 3, 2, 1, and so sorry. Ta-da! I got a natural 20.
So, okay. Lirio, as you, with your book on hand, you are capable of flipping back page to page to look at both physical descriptions, pictures, and first-hand events. You flip to one page and you notice the creature in front of you appears to weigh a lot less than the one in the book. Particularly, the ones in the books have these huge feathers that seem to take up a significant amount of space. Corvus, or the Kenku in front of you, however, appears to be very thin, very small. He is currently draped in his clothing. Speaking of that, Corvus, would you please describe your character once again?
Corvus seems very thin. He wears a cloak that has feathers sewn into it, that has a very big hood that is triangular in shape. He wears a white mask that has black swirls on it for decoration.
Thank you very much.
But
The second thing you notice, while the cloak he has feathers, you don't notice any peeking out from within. In fact, as you look even closer, you can see the glint of a clavicle bone.
oh. He just closes his book and then he looks back at the Kanku. So you what's your name?
Again, he kind of tilts his head left and right before he, in two different voices, says, Corvus. And then that's followed by beep,
Corvus Beep?
beep.
Aww. Oh, that's a sweet name. My name is Lirio. Good to meet you. And then he extends his hand.
He stares at it for a second, repeats, good to meet you, before holding out his hand warily.
Oh. But if you don't mind me asking again, do you know anything about that huge tower full of gears and stuff?
He sort of tilts his head again and waits.
Is someone smashing a keyboard right there?
I'm so sorry, Jasper has a dump truck. Hold on.
It's okay.
Babies are
It's
great.
okay. It is.
Small bub.
But
While you're
hold on.
talking, a food cart rolls up a few about 10 feet away onto the road. You're currently in what appears to be a small divot that leads down towards the beach and onto the tower itself. The tower itself sits just beachside. Some of it sits on sand, some of it sits on grass, and you're not quite certain how the structure is supported due to its entire stone mast going up 2 or 3 stories in the air. And yet, is built on nothing but loose sand, it looks like. But going back to the food cart, you see a dwarven man with a shaven face and short, shaggy brown hair pushing the cart forward. And what appears to be a human man walk up. Hello, David, is it? Yes. Is there something I can get for you? Of course. Could I get 2 pork skewers and dragon meat sausage? All right. Here it is. You see the dwarf wrap a couple things up and hand them over to the human. Thanks. You would not believe how hard it is to find food in this town right now. Yeah, I know. Much less to find an empty room with all the peddlers heading south. Still think there's some room at the Dusty Dragon. There's always room at the Dusty Dragon. But anyways, thank you, Davin. Of course. You be safe now. And the pair part ways.
Well, that was convenient.
It seems we may have found a place to sleep.
I mean, true, but and then he takes a good look at Claude. I think we should get this guy his what's it again? Those fancy papers. Passport? Is it that thing that we had to cross the borders? Is he the only one who doesn't have one?
I think so. I
Oh, wait.
suppose we can do that first.
I mean, from what I got and what you've told us, this might be the most friendly place we gotta be run into this trouble. Like, I mean, we did get Cage to come here and prove our innocence and all by this whole mess, but I don't think other nations might just do that to us. They might hit us first and then ask us later, so might as well just do what we're in good terms with everything here, right? What do you think,
Yeah.
Claude?
Claude, waves you off. Good is a relative term. I'm not exactly happy with how they treated us.
At least we're not dead and we gained some money even though we burned down a place and killed people. Apparently this gains money here. But it wasn't that bad, and besides, we're now in a bigger civilization. And look! The tower, which we need information and probably has the guy and... Wait a second. I just realized, if this guy is bad, then how is this tower standing? Like, shouldn't someone go after him or be on his tail? How it's in the middle of all of this thing? Is he doing his hidden or something? Like,
More
how do
than
you hide
likely,
trolls?
you would be surprised.
I mean, I get you can hide one with invisibility and all, but a bunch?
You'd be surprised what kind of protection money affords you.
I mean, if the guy has money, but Beep.
He is also a mage, right? They are powerful.
I thought they were all in debt because they need to pay something about college. I guess my source was wrong. But and then he looks at the Kanku again. Beep. Would you like to come with us? We're hanging around. We're going to also wait a second. Do you also have a passport? Do you know what a passport is?
He nods, but then he sort of shakes his head at the same time and says, "No passport."
Oh. Well, why don't you come with us so we can get yours and Claude's? Two birds with one stone. That's the expression, right? And, oh no! I think I said something wrong. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it just would be practical for everyone. Would you like to come with us?
He points at himself and, with his odd demeanor, gives a questioning look before saying, "Ugly little thing?"
You what? You're not ugly. You're not ugly.
He
I'm
nods.
just
Ugly little
I'm just
thing.
saying. Ugh. Do you want to come with us?
He nods, but then kind of eyes Claude a little bit before nodding again slowly.
Great. Let's just get this over with, and I think we can later get to this in.
Looking at Beep, Claude puts his hands up, and he kind of frowns. I haven't got a problem with you. Not unless you give me a problem, anyway. You've got nothing to worry about from me.
While you're talking, a pair of guards makes their way up to you. One of them, they're both very low ranking, wearing leather armor with a long sword at the side, no shields on them. One of them approaches. Hey, hello! Pardon me a moment. You all seem like travelers, is that correct?
Um, yes.
No need to fear, we're not here to interrogate. I just have some questions.
We just got out of a questioning.
I'll be quick, I promise. Um, have you been to Faybury in the past few days?
We
Just
were
looks at
there.
Vexen.
We were there like 2 weeks ago, right, Goose?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah. We were there 2 weeks ago ish.
So, you were there during the Blaze Fall. Nasty
Yep.
bit of work. Um,
Yes.
while you were there, did you happen to see a pair of orcs?
Orcs?
Yes, full-blooded. Um, go by the name of uh, Baleo and Sunder.
Did we?
I don't think so. I think if anyone would have known, that would be Turgut, but he's not here with us, so we have no
Okay.
clue.
Um, well, uh, just tell anyone you meet that's heading towards Faybury to avoid the roads then. Because we've got reports of the pair of orcs blocking the bridge and attacking any merchants that come down that way. Um, they're apparently
Oh.
very, very strong. Um, even taking out one of a few guard shipments that go that way. Relief for Faybury. Um, anyways, just spread the word. Thank you for your time, and have a safe evening, everyone.
Thank you. Well, that's new. But should we get going?
Yes. Some rest would be nice.
I
Claude
mean, should
kind
it
of
take
turns
long?
around and starts to like eye the surrounding buildings looking for an inn.
Claude, make me a perception check.
What is my perception on this man? Not great.
Probably something high.
Nope.
Do you wanna
Well, I got a
roll it?
nat 20, so
What?
23.
As you look around,
This bot is
the bot is deciding you succeed tonight.
Good.
just to flip us over after this.
So it doesn't take long before a hanging lantern greets you, painted onto a wooden door. And beneath it, in both common and elvish, it reads uh, the Moonveil Lantern. Uh, you peek in the window and you see a fairly upscale establishment. A long bar stretches to the end. A human male stands at the bar, and a few more merchant looking folks sit at the bar ordering drinks. Uh, you see one sign a piece of paper and then walk up to the stairs in the back. This place is busy, packed. While you're staring at the window, three more merchants step off their cart and enter inside.
Claude looks up at the sign again, and he kind of frowns. Well, that was hearsay, but I don't think we'll find room here. Should we even try?
I don't know. Maybe if anything, You guys want to get a meal or anything? I was just suggesting us to go get you guys' passport and all because you were nudging for this before rest, but if you guys want to rest now, I have no problem with it.
It's getting close to about 3 in the evening right now. So not super late, but you could find a tavern and perhaps look around town. Or even question your new friend on if they really are a new friend.
I mean,
Random Kenku standing at a tower who wants to join you. That's creepy.
and Larry asked it 3 times, like, do you know anything about this tower? And do I ask a fourth?
Claude's gonna look back in the window. What do you all think? Should we get something to eat? Go from there? Should we see if they have room?
Do you think they allow pets? And then he holds the little puppy.
The puppy turns around and licks you a couple times.
I need to get you a dog tag at some point. But do you think
Claude,
they accept pets?
Claude frowns as he's still looking in the window. No, I don't think this place will.
Oh no.
While you're standing there, you see a couple of strong-armed men walk down the stairs holding what at first looks like to be a sack of something. But as it gets closer, you realize it's a gnome dragged by under the arm and thrown out the door. The gnome stands up immediately and turns around. What do you think you're doing? I am Faustus Tazzletale, the greatest cartographer in the entirety of Hathor! You will respect... He closed the fucking door! What are you all looking at? I fucking write books! This'll be in the next realms, I swear! No one's ever gonna come to Belsheer again. And he pulls out a book and starts writing down stuff.
Is he speaking bad words? Is he speaking bad words?
Claude, seeing another person of his size being mistreated, his fists clench and his jaw tightens, and he definitely looks angry.
Claude.
As the gnome straightens himself out, he takes a deep breath and just walks over to the gnome. Are you alright?
What are you looking at? Oh, do you want an autograph? Everyone wants an autograph these days. Fine, give me your piece of paper, parchment, whatever.
Claude holds up his non-gauntleted hand. I'm looking at someone who seems to need help. What happened?
Please, the Tazzletales have not needed help for centuries. I'm the greatest cartographer in all the Whitespire Reaches. All the maps, all the magazines that you've read, going to the doctors or whatever, I've written. And this place does not recognize my greatness. I was already going to give it 3 stars, but that's definitely a 1 after they would not give me the penthouse, saying they don't have one. Of course they have one, they're an inn.
What's that?
An inn, it's where you rest the night. Hillbillies.
As the man talks, Claude's shoulders drop and his fingers unclench, but his jaw still stays tight. So, you're mad that they won't provide you something they don't have?
Of course! They should have known I was coming. There was no red carpet. Hell, my cart is stuck in a fjord right now because there was no bridges. What is wrong with the White Spire? It's like they don't build bridges. I tell you what, Mayella never had these issues.
Mayella?
Mayella
The theocracy. Oh, you are
is
Hicks. And I've no more wish to speak with you unless you do look feisty. Weapons, hair, all of your teeth. Yes, you could prove helpful. He pulls out a pen, a second
Help.
pen, and sets it on to his second set of fingers. So he's got one in his forefinger and thumb, and then another in his pinky and ring finger. And he starts writing down in double in double sides on two pieces of paper, like right next to each other. I have an issue. As I've said, my cart is stuck, and I need you to get it out.
why us?
Why not you? You're here. I'm willing to give you money. Is that not good enough?
You also just insulted us.
Please, don't misunderstand truth for insults.
Ha!
Oh. How much?
If I wanted to insult you, I would. But, well,
How much for getting your cart from? What happened to it in first place?
it got stuck in a fjord. Come on, keep up. There are 250 gold pieces in it for each of you if you get my cart out and bring it back in one piece.
I mean,
I'd go to the Lord, but obviously he won't help me.
Lyrio just looks awkwardly at both Vex and Claude. I mean, I don't think it would be difficult to get it out. I think I also have an idea how to make this thing easier, but what do you guys think?
Claude looks at Lirio
Suppose.
and back at the gnome.
His name is Fulstis Tazzletail.
I remembered it was something funky, but I couldn't remember what it was. So.
Folstaceltail.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Those are some letters.
Yeah.
I'll put it in chat, you fucking mooks.
Language!
But he looks back at him and he thinks for a moment. I think there's not enough money in the world for me to waste my time helping somebody like this.
Then I won't waste my time
Fool.
asking.
Somebody
You just did.
should really put you in your place. I was ready to come to your aid, to go back in there and yell at those guards. But I see that they were right to throw you out on the street where you belong. Perhaps some time on the streets, without your niceties, without your cart, without your belongings, will do you some good.
Tazzletail doesn't even look at you, just kind of waves his hand. Yeah, this song and dance. Oh, you're still here?
here. I'm going to go inside and ask if they accept pets inside. I'll be right back. You guys deal with him if you want to.
No, thank you. No. I will follow you.
Claude's just gonna walk up to Beep and grab whatever passes for his hand and, like, drag him inside with them. Like, I'm not about to leave you out here with that mess.
That's a terrible reference for your soundboard.
As you enter into the Moonvale Lantern, every seat on the bar is now sat in. There is one empty table, but there are no chairs around it, as a large merchant company has pulled all the chairs from it to their own table, and about 10 of them sit at one small table talking with each other, passing papers back and forth, and passing food and drinks. The Moonvale Lantern has about 3 servers that are walking around quickly, going from the bar to the kitchen and back. As you enter, the human male who is standing at the counter says, "Oh, hello. I find, well, it doesn't appear to be any, but just make yourself comfortable."
Thank. Also, question: is Lirio able to stand straight in this place?
Yeah, Lirio is able to stand straight up. It has vaulted ceilings. Presumably, it is a nice establishment. All of the woodwork is put together intricately and well. You can't even find a seam on the bar at all. A elegant rug stretches underneath all the tables, and even is cut in such a way that a single rug covers the entire floor all the way up to the stairs, and presumably the second story.
Oh, fancy.
A brassy chandelier hangs above, flickering with golden lights as candles burn within. There are some electrical powered lights behind the bar, but they don't appear to be everywhere yet. At least not in this establishment. This is one of the finer inns and taverns that you could find, especially in such a poor town.
Is there any kind of desk where someone is attending who's coming or something where I can get information?
There does not appear to be, no. There's the gentleman at the bar who's currently serving about 5 drinks. And then the servers, which are hurriedly walking around, but there is no, like, reception area.
Oh boy. Can I try to identify, like, someone who... What's the expression? Someone that is usually there, like, knows about stuff? Like this one of the
That
clients?
would likely be the
Regular?
bartender. He would probably have the most information for you.
Okay, I'll try to talk to him.
He notices you walk up, and he's like, "Hold on, left. It'll be just a minute." And he turns
Okay.
around, fills a couple drinks, shakes a couple of cold drinks, puts ice in it, and then hands it out. Right, tall man, what's your order?
More like a question, sir. How do things work here in this inn?
You can't be serious.
Yes.
Do you
fair
need
enough.
food, or are you trying to stay the night? Cause I think he grabs a small bit of parchment. Unfortunately, we're full up for the night.
I see.
The merchant company Cloudmars, they are currently in town, renting out this entire inn. We do still
Oh.
serve food, though, to walk-ins.
Oh, I see. Thank you. I'll check up on my friends on that. Thank you for the information.
Of course. He turns around as soon as you let him go, and starts pouring more drinks, and talking to the other patrons of the bar.
Lirio just looks at Vex and, so the place is booked and apparently they got their hands full in here. I don't think I would feel good staying here. They seem too overworked.
Then
How about we try
if
somewhere
we,
else?
yes, I think they might have another place. Usually there is more than one.
True, true. We can go look for it, but we could also look for something else in the city while we're trying to find an inn. Like, maybe they have a market, or maybe they have a library or other stores. It's a quite relative big city compared to Fairbury, so we can also explore a bit. What do you think?
I don't see an issue with it. It would be nice to get to know the city a little better.
Agreed. Beep, would you be okay still tagging along with us for the time being?
He nods, and in, I believe it's Vila's voice, says, "Get to know the city better."
Aww.
Oh, his name is Vex, but
But yeah, let's get going and... Lou just looks outside of the window. Is the gnome still there?
No, the gnome has wandered off somewhere, presumably
Claude.
to annoy whoever else he might meet.
Claude is going to make his way up to the barkeep and try and flag him down when he has a second.
When you walk up, he peers over and looks at you. Boy, is there something I can get for you, man?
Do you happen to have a map of the city? My friends and I have just... And he kind of, like, looks to the side. Come into town. We're just trying to find our way around. Maybe a room for the night.
Yeah, I believe we have a map. A small map, not super detailed. Yikes. Appears not. Fresh out, actually. He pulls up a small box and kind of shakes it. We'll have to get some more. Sorry about that.
He just nods and smiles. Oh, it's no problem. It was just a thought anyway. Thank you.
No problem.
Claude makes his way back over to where everybody else is. I suppose we'll just have to make our way around on foot. I haven't got a map we can take.
I mean, at least I'm tall enough to see things from far away, but I think we should be good. But if anything, we should already get going. Come on.
Claude nods and starts toward the door.
Uh,
Yes,
Vex
sir.
as well.
it took you about 30 minutes to have this whole little back and forth in the inn. So it's closing in to 4 o'clock. As you exit back onto the street, you realize how stark the difference is from inside the Moonvale to outside. The Moonvale itself is one of the most prosperous places in Belsheer, while the rest of the city is showing steady signs of collapse. You see decently sized barns in the distance with only 1 or 2 horses. A few of the cattle farms only have maybe 1 or 2 big herds and a bunch of empty land. While the town itself is only beginning its decline, it is declining.
You know, it's funny how they're giving us so much money for burning down places and they don't use it to fix their own place? That just sounds counterintuitive. Is it just me?
It's all about appearances.
What? How? Like, if it is an appearance, shouldn't their city appear nice?
Claude folds his hands in front of him as he's walking. We are visitors. We don't see this town day in, day out. They just wanted it to look like they had money to spare. Like the town was prosperous to us, so that we might be inclined to stay, to offer our arms, as it were. They don't care about the people that live here. They don't care about the important things, the important people, the everyday people. They just care about who they can impress.
You put it like that, I've seen that other times, but regardless, I think we're gonna find out more about this place. And can I still see the tower from where we are?
Oh yeah, you can pretty much see Blavakin's tower anywhere in the city.
Does it look like it's in shambles, or does it look like brand new?
It looks like it's seen some years, but it doesn't look like it's any closer to falling. It doesn't look brand new, but it only like it's been there for maybe 50 years.
You know, I didn't get any info from Beep about this tower, but in any case, I think we should get it from somewhere. I don't know, maybe another tavern, market, maybe we could also find a library that tells the story of the city. There are plenty of options, really. It's just about where you guys want to go. Or if anything, if we do find an inn, maybe we can split up and do our own things and then come back later.
A tavern might have more information from, I guess, people who like to gossip.
True. Anyways, let's just get a move on. This city is, I don't know, it's not bad, it's just... And then he takes a look at everyone, and then he looks at the puppy, and then looks at the city. Huh. I think this might be the first time in a while I'm entering a city, accompanied by someone. That's new. It's weird, but not bad. It's nice. So, should we get going then?
Yes. Let's go find a tavern.
Right. Perhaps I can, do one of the things that bards do and, maybe perform so we can stay free for the night or something like that? I don't know. There's also that could be fun.
If you would like. I would not be against it.
True. But yeah, up we go.
So, as you
We're
make it to
looking
the
for
end
a
of the
tavern.
street, are you heading south towards the heart of this? North to the heart of the city, or south, leading more into the farmland area?
Heart of the city.
Yeah.
As you walk around, your feet sink into the mud roads that wind throughout Belsheer. You've seen Hawthorne and some other towns have cobbles, but Belsheer is such a town of livestock and dirty things that they really haven't invested in good roads as of yet. So there are deep what's it called? Chariot marks, or not chariot marks, cart marks that make their way through the roads. However, eventually, as you start making it back to the heart of the city, past the tower and past the noble's house, or the guard shack, you make it into places where there are cobbles. spattered here and there among the overgrown grass that threatens to overtake even the strongest of cobbles. You find yourself in the market district. Uh, most most of the businesses that are in the market are permanent buildings. However, you do see a few food carts and what's it called? Tents set up to sell their wares outside. They do seem like they're winding down for the day. The big rush having happened earlier towards noon and 3 o'clock. And now most of the villagers are going their separate ways and finding some place to lay their head for the night. However, the businesses are still open.
Can I try to see if there's anything that catches my eye?
What are you looking for?
Hmm.
Weapons, general goods.
I'm between looking for food related stuff like spices, maybe potion, quote unquote ingredients, maybe stuff for pets or just books, something like that, or something just shiny that caught a lot of attention.
Make me a perception check.
Right. Perception. Da-da-da. All right, bot. No more nat 20s, I hope. Or maybe. Yes, let's just not waste our luck. Yep. Right as it goes. I got a total of 5.
Looking around, you mostly follow your nose. Going to the place where you smell forest thyme and fresh sage and something else earthy, almost like mushrooms. And your nose brings you to a small goblin who has a tiny, tiny crate in front of him. And as he sees you walk up, he goes, "Ah, good! Adventurer! That's what are, right? I twerk!
Hi, Twerk.
I buyer seller thing you want." As he opens the chest. Big strong man! Want big strong weapon made by greatest goblin smiths!
Oh no, Goose, you didn't. Oh no. Did you really bring the goblins dinner stuff
He
here?
pulls out a small stick about the size of a hammer handle. But instead of like a hammerhead on the front, there is a 9-inch nail.
Oh.
35 money pieces!
Do you only do with weapons, sir?
You look around. This is the small crate in the goblin. There's nothing else in the small crate.
Oh boy.
There's a small crate, a goblin, and this weapon.
Wait a second. Goose, question. In this universe, do goblins have problem with dogs?
No, not in this universe, no.
Thank God. Literally, thank God. Lyra looks awkwardly at the goblin and the stick, and he gives a little smile. I'm sorry, sir, but I don't think I'm strong enough to wield those weapons. I'm just looking for something else, but thank you for the offer. And he starts walking away.
No, wait! I'll give you a discount!
Sorry, I'm just
No,
looking
no
for
leave!
something else. Thank you!
10 money pieces!
He's out! And then he just looks at the party. Guys, I think I found a goblin named Tweak? And he's selling some sticks with an ale, and I just feel sorry for him, but do you guys find anything interesting in here? I'm trying to look for something, but apparently my nose betrayed me.
What are you looking for? Maybe my nose could be more help.
I mean, true. Maybe, a place related to food so I can buy stuff for us and resupply, or maybe somewhere with ingredients for spells and potions, or somewhere where I can. And then he lifts the little puppy up. Somewhere to get a little collar for this buddy here.
You feel a small tug on your tail, Lirio.
Just slowly turns around.
You see Twark, as he like, you want grass?
Slowly pulls tail away. No, thank you, sir.
The
Slowly walks behind Vex.
goblin, or Twark lifts up his arm and grabs a lump of grass from underneath his armpit and hands it, or like holds it out. Finest grasses I find on mountain.
No, thank
Big
you.
healing energy. Eat, try, enjoy.
Vex just has like his eyeballs all the way to his hairline. He's shook. He's shooketh.
5 money pieces.
No, thank you. We're not interested, sir.
Make me a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah,
Do
or
I?
investigation. Actually, I'm sorry. Nature check.
Oh.
I forget that check exists all the time.
Yep,
Amazing.
it's there. Nature. Okay, let's see this roll. Roll 1d20. Well, that's a 13.
So you sniff the air and you realize that other than the scent of Goblin BO, which appears to be that earthy scent,
Ew.
that thyme scent that you got is actual thyme. It's actual spices that this goblin has had stuff under his arm for who knows how long.
Still a nope. Nope. Thank you, sir, but
Armpit
again, we're not
spices.
interested. Maybe you can try looking for somewhere else to buy your. Sorry, for someone to. Buy
Please!
stuff. We're not
Village die if I not sell!
Cree, cree, cree.
Do you walk away from Twark?
Does anyone care to help me here?
Claude's just like, you got yourself into this mess. He's not being violent. Just do bard things.
Village die if you not help! Buy! Buy from Twark!
Does anyone roll insight on that?
I mean, I can roll insight
Thank you.
if that is allowed.
You may, yeah. You're all seeing this very persistent goblin trying to sell underarm grass.
So that's a 25.
That's a natural
Armpit
20.
spices.
So,
That's a natural 20.
as truthful as a goblin selling underarm grass can be, he doesn't appear to be willfully lying.
Huh.
I do not like the way you said that.
Same.
Can I roll insight on the DM?
No, I'm God!
No,
Yeah,
but
he
but
appears
it's
to
like
be
the DM.
telling the truth.
Was the village attacked?
Yes!
By what?
Big strong greens! The greens come! They come with
no.
big strong axe! Take all the goblin kids away! Now we have to buy! Buy back! Buy back kids!
Why
I
don't-
can attack the kids?
Me not know!
Then who are you giving the money to?
The goblin blinks twice.
Oh no.
Tribe elder no! Elder real big smart. Pink skin like you! He points to Lirio, blinks twice, points to Claude.
I have
Claude
a
is-
I prefer.
Claude is black.
I
He's not
I love
pink-skinned
you.
either.
I love this so much. This is great.
So we have technically 3 blacks considering Beep, and then 1 blue.
In Goblin tongue, pink skin is anyone not a green skin.
Astounding.
But
Unless
Okay,
you're
none of
a
us are
unless you're a
goblin.
kobold, then you're a scale skin.
What about
Is there
Dragonborn
both?
though?
Also scale skin.
What about
Anyway.
Kenku?
Anyway, Claude just blinks. Where is your tribe elder?
In the village!
And where's the
Big hut!
And
And
where's
you
the
take
What
us
if-
to him.
No! Goblins
Why?
be attacked by Pinkskin too! Twerk be attacked just today! No trust
So-
Pinkskin. Only take their money.
Slowly. Lirio looks at both Vex and then Claude, and then he calls them closer to his pronoun. So we are going to take a rest, and do you guys want me to cast a spell on him? Suggestion, for him to cooperate with us.
What talking about?
Nothing.
Okay!
Do you guys
I love
Do
him.
you guys think this is worth the trouble? Because if anything, I'm gonna help us here.
Claude
I-
shakes
What do you
his
think?
head. If his village was attacked, and the goblin children were taken, we'll free them just as soon as we defeat Blavakin. We just need to rest.
That sounds like a good idea. He's a very odd little goblin.
I didn't know how much short people could be that feisty or whatever, because we found then a goblin, then a gnome, and then we have Claude with us 24/7.
Claude just crosses his arms like, I take offense to that.
Apart
Point
from
taken.
the
Well,
prison
money buys!
incident. Oh,
15 money pieces, give whole lot!
But who are
Oh,
you giving
what?
the money to? Who are you giving the money to? You didn't even know. You don't even
Tribe
know.
elders! Tribe elders give to big green skin with black balls. Green skin, black balls!
what?
But he's talking about the trolls. Remember?
Troll!
With that black ichor stuff that we even collected from them and all.
What that?
Wait, were they green?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Yes, trolls are green.
Okay.
I am a, I know
Yes,
I have to
Eldar
guess,
trolls are
but
green.
As far as I'm aware, not
Um,
colorblind yet.
No, I out of character, I completely forgot that they were
No, it's
green.
fair.
Like I
It's
was
fair.
asking out of character.
Oh, it's okay.
Claude just shakes his head. No money buys.
Please?
I'm
No.
sorry, buddy. No. And then Lyra just tugs everyone like, let's walk away.
I go as low as I can. 12 money pieces.
Claude blinks. Your
Walking
first offer was
away.
5 money pieces.
No, for a whole lot.
No money pieces. Good day. And he turns to walk away with everybody else.
The goblin stands there for a couple seconds and then visibly gets sad. Then turns back to his little box and sets now both the underarm grass and the nail with the stick in it into the little chest. And you see him just kind of pick it up, set it to the side, and sit on it.
Poor guy.
That's so
but-
cute. Oh my god.
Poor guy, but I think we dealt with enough. What's the expression? BS for the day? Don't get me wrong, I'm just tired. So,
Could we could offer our help to him tomorrow?
maybe. I don't think it's worth trying to find something else in this market. Everything appears to be closing, and don't get me wrong, I don't think I want to see another
It's not
goblin today.
closing yet. You still have time.
Mm. Can I try to help me here, Vex?
Of course.
Thank you.
What does my special nose sniff out for spices or food?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Shit.
Do you? You know what?
I will allow perception for this check.
Hang on. Lirio, I want to do something. Lirio looks at Vex, and then he blinks for a moment, and then he gives the puppy to Claude, and then he holds his hands over to Vex. Do you want to lift so you, I don't know, can see or smell further away? Translated, I want to give you guidance as well. You take the quote unquote help.
Did you just ask if he wanted a lift?
Do you want to lift?
I don't think I'm not sure that's how it works.
No, I'm just flavoring it.
She's giving you the help action and guidance.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the help action. Is it
advantage?
So, as you mount Lirio, you don't feel like your sniffer has increased its range at all, but you are capable of seeing a little bit higher over the almost empty streets of the market.
okay? Was it investigation or perception?
You can roll
I
perception.
forgot.
I'll let you roll perception.
Well, I already had advantage on perception.
Double advantage. Roll 3 times. Take the higher of the 3.
I bet. Oh my god.
I'm the DM. I make rules now.
Oh my god.
Looks like you needed it too.
Should I roll a third one?
Yes.
Do I have double?
If you fail with triple advantage, I'm going to be so happy.
I'm just gonna
roll it.
I will leave you.
You can take a 10. I'll let you take an average roll if you just don't want to roll. Okay. 13. All of that to just be slightly above average. You look around and you see a familiar sight, a little food cart run by a beardless dwarf. He seems to have meats and herbs on his cart for sale.
Are you seeing or sniffing anything? That's not goblin armpit grass.
Did you want it?
Just ignore him. Don't look. Don't look.
No, at this point you're like 30 feet away, and Twark screams at you.
Please
just don't look. Just don't make eye contact. But there is a food cart over there.
Good, let's go. Lirio just running over on his shoulders. Let's go now.
Wait, no, let me get down. Lirio, please.
I'll get you till we get there.
So Lirio and Vex, Vex rides Lirio over to the food cart. Corvus, Klaude, are you following? I'll assume yes.
Claude just sighs and starts after them like, why?
Decisions were made. Decisions were definitely made.
Corvus just kind of trails after Lirio because he's like friend.
Oh.
Friend. As you approach, you there. As you get to the cart, Davin looks down at you. Oh, hello.
Don't
Uh,
we look up? Or sorry.
Yes, Davin looks up to you. He looks at you, craning his neck up at Vex.
Vex Vex
Either
takes the chance that they've stopped to like clamber off of him because he does not appreciate this. He does not like being that high.
was
As Claude
the
gets up
30
behind
steps too
you.
much for you, soldier? Well,
I just panicked anyway.
I don't want to talk about it.
yeah, I
As
saw you
Claude-
dealing with that goblin. He's a nice guy. Just forceful.
Yeah, we realized.
As Claude comes up behind Vex, he just puts his hands on his hips. So how does it feel? I thought it was
What?
funny when Lirio did it to me. How does it feel?
I can still throw you.
And I can still dry you out like 3-week-old fish.
The Davin kind of scratches his bare chin, and Leary, you notice he is getting that far off look where two people are arguing and you don't know what to do, so you
Yep.
just kind of disassociate.
Any, anyways, sir, what are you selling?
Oh, I'm mostly meat products. Ham, turkey, dragon sausage, beets. Right now, for some reason, got my hand on some beets. We have herbs to go with it, from sage to Callahan, things like that. Anything you're looking for in particular?
Actually, and then Lirio turns to Vex, Claude, and then Beep. So, of course, we're gonna go to the tavern now, but if we continue traveling, I wanted to know, what do you guys like to eat? Because if I know, I can buy us some stuff so I can cook something better for you all.
If you need more vegetables, there's a stall run by a what was her name? Marta. Marta, a tiefling, runs the vegetable stall. She'll be just up the road. I don't know if she's closed yet or not.
I see. But, yeah. Vex, Beep, Claude, what you guys would like to eat? What do you guys like?
I like fish,
Oh, that's specific.
swordfish.
Oh. Wait. Swordfish.
Swordfish?
Is it that big nosed one?
Yes.
Ah. I see. But what about you, Claude? Beep, what do you guys like?
Corvus just sort of looks guilty. He doesn't know how to break it to Lirio that he does not have the need to eat. So instead, he just kind of, in another weird voice, just says, "Beef stew?
Do?
Beef
Well.
stew."
Ah.
Claude looks off in the direction of where Davin pointed the vegetable stand out and puts his hand on his stomach. I'm also a fan of stew, actually.
Well, do it is then. What kind of meat do you guys want in it?
Have you ever had dragon sausage? It's one of our specialties here in Belsheer. I assure you there are 0 dragons.
How much?
It depends on how much you would like. I can tell you the whole roll, or the whole link for, let's see, 2 silver pieces.
take it.
And
then-
he opens like the bottom of his cart and pulls out a handful, like 2 like big handfuls of meat, and hands it to you. This is dragon sausage. Named so because it's really spicy.
Ooh.
We have spectre peppers, ice tail venom, which is a pepper, of course, and goat's milk cheese along with the meat, which is beef, lamb. I want to say there's goodness, mutton in here, but it's been a while. Delicious. That's what I know.
I think I'll take some of that cheese too.
Cheese? Goat's milk cheese. He kind of digs out underneath. Oh, yes, we do have some. And he rolls out a decent sized square, about a handful of cheese. Like if you held your hand out, it could literally fit in the palm of your hand. Don't have much of it though. It'll be 3 copper pieces.
Okay. And then Lirio grabs his little sack of coins, and then he just takes one entire gold and gives it to the man. Here.
That'll give you 6 silver and 7 copper back.
Oh, thank you.
He hands it to you. Lirio, you feel a small tug on the back of your pants.
What? Slowly turns.
As you turn around, you expect to see the goblin, but instead you see what appears to be a blue wisp floating behind you in the shape of a young boy's face that says, "There you are. We've been looking everywhere for one of you," before disappearing.
Lirio looks at everyone and, did you guys see someone close here?
From behind Claude, you see, "You don't want to go with that meat! Grass!"
Lirio just bolts towards the cart where the vegetable lady is. He doesn't look back, he just runs. Nope.
So, does Claude
We know you have money, pieces!
Does Claude know anything about beardless dwarves?
Make me a history check.
Why do I feel like this goblin's gonna become a recurring thing to haunt Lirio for the rest of his life?
Until you buy what he wants to sell you.
Twerk is a great fob, okay?
How's the
Leave
dirty
him
20?
alone.
I would leave him alone if he left me alone.
What now?
I got the dirty 20.
Hey. The death spot is generous today, but very troll.
Dirty 20. Most dwarves in the White Spire region and anywhere that you might find dwarves, such as Bringendorf, to the north, and double check my name here. Karas Hall to the south. Most of them have beards. It's a tradition for dwarves to keep beards, traditionally in the same exact shape of ancestors. So if an ancestor had a long beard that's knitted in some way, then they too would have it in that way. A shaved beard typically means the dwarf either made a personal choice after he left the dwarven homes, or was forced out and his beard was cut off to show some sort of traitorous mark. Although you don't see one on Davin.
This may be a long shot, but does Claude recognize him?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
As you look at him, you notice he has more tinges of red in his hair, um, which is traditionally more brigand off to the north rather than the black hair of Karis Hall.
Okay. He'll just ask, so are you from the north then?
Yes, when I was, I came from Hathor, actually. Born and raised.
There's no feud, as far as Claude is aware, between the dwarven holds, is there?
No.
Okay, cool.
Dwarves and humans, especially in Whitespire area, get along pretty well. Dwarves are solitary and they like to keep to themselves. Um, they aren't super welcoming of other dwarves, but every 15 years there's a grand meeting of all the dwarven holds, and they meet up in Hathor. So it's not too far fetched for them to be just about anywhere in the White Spire. Now in Mayella and further, there's almost no dwarves. Um, you do know particularly well that the drow and the dwarves are in an endless war underneath the ground.
Um, Claude's just kind of going to nod, and I spent some time in Karis Hall a while back. It's nice to see a familiar kind of face for the first time in a while.
Hey. I'd like to visit one day. I haven't been to any of our ancestral homes.
It's well worth the pilgrimage.
Perhaps if the butchering game makes me a little bit more money, I'll consider it.
Claude will
Though
just...
the roads aren't safe now with the blaze fall and all the elementals coming up.
He'll nod. That's true. Perhaps do it while you have the chance. Anyway, I should be going. My friends, I'm sure, are waiting.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Come back if you ever need meat or meat-related products.
Of course. And he'll go back to the vegetable stand.
As you approach the vegetable stand, you see a dark red tiefling with what appears to be dyed gold hair that she has dreaded back behind her. Her horns curl up in front of her face and make two big ovals in front before coming back and looping back up just near the ear. She's wearing simple gear, a vest with an apron, a long white undershirt, leather gloves. In her hand is a trowel that she is putting away into a few boxes, or she's putting away into a box. A few boxes sit next to her, where she seems to be packing up for the day, and she does not notice your approach.
Wasn't I already there at this point since I ran away?
Yeah, you would be there. That's what you would see as you walk up.
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you closing already?
She looks up to you. Oh, a Firbolg. Oh, well, I must say that's new. A pleasure.
Hi. Wait, did you see other Fearbolgs before?
I have. I spent a lot of time in the forest as a child.
Oh, well, that's No, if you don't mind me asking before I go to shop and all, have you seen any fear books that look like me, like have a horn and long tail?
Only one, now that you mention it.
Is it me?
No, I mean one other than you.
Well, that's progress.
I found them near the Yvain Lake in Mayella before
Oh,
there was this whole war.
oh, well. And then he just grabs another little book and then just starts writing it down. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. Thank you, but I shouldn't waste your time. Would you have potatoes and tomatoes too?
Of course. We carry all the finest O's and potates. She digs into a couple of crates. How many do you need? And does freshness matter to you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Would it be
Uh,
too far-fetched to ask, do you have rice?
Um, she digs through a couple of more crates, sets one to the side, and opens one that seems to be made of this black wood. Um, Seems to be a very expensive box, one of the most expensive that she has. She flicks open the lock, opens it. Yes. This is straight from Sandover.
I see. Well, I'll be taking 10 potatoes and 5 tomatoes. And, how much rice do you have to sell?
Uh, 3 bags it looked like. Each one of them were about a half pound.
Then I think I'll take 2 bags then, please.
All right. She sets all of your goods onto the counter. All right, so 2 bags of rice, potatoes, tomatoes. That'll be 45 gold pieces.
Whoa! How much is each bag of rice?
15 gold. It's not easy to get up here, I'm sure you know.
I see. Then, if I have to for 5 potatoes, 3 tomatoes, and 1 bag of rice, how much would it be?
17 gold pieces.
Lyra just looks back at Claude and Vex. Guys, how much do we have? I just have about 9 gold on me and some other coins. Do we have more? Because I don't remember how much we have. I mean, we gained the reward and we have those gems, but how much do we have actually?
We got 400 gold pieces from doing what we did.
Oh, could you guys spare me some so I can buy some supplies here, please?
Okay, I thought we just kind of divided it up amongst ourselves. So,
It
like,
turns
you
out
have
Claude took it all, the greedy
Yeah.
bastard.
Claude is
Scandalous.
just the mother figure and has the party's
that's
purse.
me!
He just has the party's purse.
Claude is the Karen figure.
Oh
I'd like to speak to your manager and then burn them, please.
no. Oh.
But yes, can you give me the money, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. And then he hands it to her.
Did you want all of it, or just the half that you said later?
The half, please.
She takes the money from you and hands you your goods. Here you are.
Thank you.
And since you're a first-time customer, she pulls out a small book of stamps, and she hands one to you.
Oh,
It seems to be just a blank star.
what's this, ma'am?
Oh, it's for a little competition we have in Belsheer to try and raise funds for the city. If you shop at 10 businesses hidden throughout the city and get 10 stamps and give them to the mayor, you'll get 15 gold.
Oh,
And you,
fancy.
and you don't have to buy much, just a couple of copper coins is all you need to get the stamp.
I see. Goose, is the stamp shiny?
The stamp has a few glitter pieces, yes.
Beep.
Beep just eyes up the stamp.
Do you want to hold it, Beep?
He nods furiously.
You hear the rattling of bones.
Lyra hand it to him. Here you go.
Claude,
Yes,
words
Claude.
are hard.
Yes, they are.
What kind of vegetables and stuff would be from where Claude is from?
Claude and I'm sorry. The White Spire and Mayella aren't too distant. Just separated by a couple mountain ranges. Specifically in Olean area. Things like potatoes, kale, lettuce, carrots, radishes, those types of pretty much basic vegetables would be right around that area, with a few things like king's foil and dandelion tufts, things like that that are mixed in there.
As Claude reaches the stand, he's going to. Is it like his height, or does he have to like climb onto something to see like over it?
It's about 3.5 feet tall.
Lovely. He's gonna find a crate or something to stand on.
Yeah, there's plenty of crates.
Excuse me. Would you happen to have any dandelion tufts?
Dandelion tufts. For potion or for consuming? Because those are different.
Consumption.
She walks
Goose.
over. Yeah, what's up?
Your mic
Your-
was beatboxing.
Ooh.
Yeah, your mic was having a time.
Stoots.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's set up like normal.
It stopped. Please continue.
Anyways. She turns around, grabs a sack for consumption. Here you are. She hands you about 5 of them. No, they look like little yellow dandelion tufts. But the difference between dandelions and dandelion tufts is these are much larger. And it's just the flowery part of it.
Coffee.
You realize these particularly have a sweet flavor to them, although not very, very sweet.
There is a softness about Claude as he like takes them, and he smiles. Thank you. It's been some time since I've had these. They remind me of home.
A wild kid, then. Not everyone goes out and eats dandelion tufts. I'm sure you spent a lot of time in the forest.
A lot. But it was good for me. Good for, I think, most people.
I, too, spent a lot of time in the forests. The city was never much my home.
As she says that, Claude nods. Yeah, it's not mine either.
Belsheer's fine enough, I suppose. Lords are nice, taxes fair.
He frowns a little bit. Sure, but it's missing something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not anything I think any one city can quite possess, so I just don't feel I'll ever make any city my home. That's all.
I understand. It's not easy to call someplace home, but Belsheer suits my needs just fine. It's close enough to the forest that I can do what I need to, close enough to the sea so I can have my fun, and close enough to Hawthorne in case I want anything fancy. Hopefully, some of the Hawthorne road teams will come out and give Belsheer the bright and shiny look that she needs, especially since the Meatevs have really taken a dip out of town's economy.
What?
I'm sure you've heard the shearling horses.
No.
Shearlings are some of the fastest, most loyal horses you can find anywhere in Seneca.
Lyra just gives a little grin. Mm-hmm.
They're large, they're brave, and they're fast. Capable of marching almost twice as far as most other horses. And that's thanks to our expert horse master.
See? Who's the horse master?
Solomir. Master Solomir. Hold on just a moment. Davrik Solomir.
Oh, that's fancy.
The Solomir family has been producing great shearling horses for generations. It used to be why our city was so large. Now only the poorest of merchants come to this town because they could just buy a meatef if they were rich enough.
I see. Claude, do you want to buy that dandelion head too? Take with us?
Claude just kind of nods. Have you made stew with this before, Lirio?
With dandelion heads, no, I haven't. But I can try. Though I will include only on your plate. I don't want to mix it for everyone.
No, I kind of want to try it. I'm a little curious.
Beep?
He nods, still just staring at the star scan.
Okay, then tonight's gonna be... Actually, have you guys ever had rice before?
Yes?
Would I have had rice?
No, there's no way Claude would have had it. You didn't quite go far enough south, and the orcs do not farm rice.
Would
Fair.
I have had rice?
Only Sandover and Morantz really have any form of rice. While some in the Elven lands have it, it's not really rice. It's similar, but it's not the same, considering their rice glows.
That's fair.
Ah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Vex, yes, you've had rice, but your rice made you defecate green for the next few days.
Okay. I've had rice, just not like that. Not one that looks like that.
Not one that wasn't glowing green.
But, rice is a really good side to have with stew and stuff like that. Like fish or meats. It's really nice. You guys see, I'll make some stew, I'll cook the rice, and then we're gonna have dinner. But now that we're all set, how about we go find that inn?
It's coming
Yes.
close to about 5:30 after the whole mess with Twark and the pair of merchants.
Speaking of which, he's not close, is he?
Make me a perception check.
Oh no!
I love him. Give me the boy.
Oh, you love how much suffer he's calling to my boy. Well, that's a 6.
You don't see him, or hear him, or smell him, and that scares you.
Lirio just slowly holds his tail on his hand. He's trying to have it tugged. Yeah, Mrs. Tiefling, do you know about any other inns that are nearby?
Other ends. What's your price range? The Moonveil Lantern. If you
It's
have the
booked.
money, I figured. Well, there's the Bear Eater's Nest. They're open. Although those are mostly for hunters. But they should be open. Other than that, there's the Dusty Dragon to the south, and what's it called? The Corrupted Cafe to the north.
Well, that's a bold name.
Yes, the owner of it is very, very bold.
Hmm.
Apparently, he was a warlock back in the day.
Ooh.
He's not anymore due to reasons, but I don't know them.
Aw. Okay. What do you guys think? I think they seem very good options, regardless. And
They
we'll-
do.
you guys want to do any, meeny, miny, mo, or we just choose one? Because
Well,
I-
we heard
Hold on.
we heard about the Dusty Dragon before. We might as well check that out.
Yes.
Well,
So, make.
okay.
Are you asking directions or just trying to find it on your own?
Let's ask directions. We have the lady right in front of us. How do we get to the Dusty Dragon, please?
She peers out onto the street and points. Go back down the main road, and then as it turns from cobbles to dirt, follow it, and just go straight. It'll lead you right to the Dusty Dragon.
When Leo sees the road, his ears drop for a moment. Does that... He looks at everyone. Does that mean we're gonna have to pass to the Goblin again?
Claude just shrugs and starts walking. Doesn't matter if it's the fastest way, now does it?
Okay,
Just-
thank you, ma'am.
Just don't make eye contact, Lirio. It's fine.
It's very hard being this tall.
As you
Yeah,
make your way back,
He's just gonna pat his shoulder, his arm.
you're looking out for Twark. But you don't see him. You look over to where his stall was earlier, and nothing. He seems to have packed up and left.
Phew.
While you follow the road deeper and deeper into the city, and then back out of the city, back onto the dirt path leading you to the farmlands. You look out to your right and you see a sheep farm, some of them grazing under the setting sun, before eventually a brassy dragon sign greets you, and you realize you are at the Dusty Dragon Tavern. The Dusty Dragon is set between two pairs of farmlands, one for horses and one for sheep. The Dusty Dragon is a small place, one floor. As you gaze in, you can see that there is a door that seemed to lead to the guest rooms. And while gazing inside, you notice there's only about 4 uh, patrons and 1 tall human male behind the counter. You do see a piano sitting in the far left corner with a bronze dragon skull bronze dragon head stuffed, sitting above it. No one is playing the piano currently.
Whoa. Fancy.
Very.
Lirio goes towards the counter. Is he still able to stand up in the place?
Yeah, you're able to stand up. You're close to the roof a couple times. Anywhere there's a rafter, you have to look and make sure your horn doesn't get in the way. But other than that, you're okay.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Do you have any rooms available?
Of course. There's always room with the Dusty Dragon. How many of you are staying?
4.
All right. How many rooms? We
Looks
have
back at the party.
3 open.
Looks back at everyone.
I mean, we can take 2. 2 per room.
True.
We had 4 open just a little bit ago, but a rather persistent gnome insists we give it to him.
Oh no!
Ah,
Guys?
it's
Is it-
okay.
Is it really worth we stay here?
He just kind of repeats in the dude's voice, "No red carpet."
But what do you
I
guys
believe
think?
he said it like, no red carpet.
Oh boy.
I'll have more sass next time. I'm so sorry.
Very angry.
But yeah, Claude Vex. You just see Lirio looking very awkwardly to the corridor. Is it really worth it? Imagine if we meet that guy again.
It's 1 gold per night. How many nights are you looking to stay?
Maybe just 1 for now. But yeah,
Yeah,
what
that
what
can work.
do you guys really think it's worth it? Again, the guy is here.
We can just ignore him.
I wish
He's
I could
not
cast
dangerous.
silence. He's not dangerous, but he's annoying.
Then
He
ignore
has a
him.
special talent of pissing everyone off.
But I think we're already here, so do you guys accept pets? And then he holds a little pupper.
Just take it outside when it needs to go.
Of course, no worries.
The bartender puts a glass on the table, pours some black liquor into it, and takes a shot while talking to you.
Well then. So yeah, Lirio hands 4 gold to the man.
He, oh,
No.
he just kind of
The-
swipes it. All right. So you never did answer me. How many rooms would you like?
2, please.
For 2 nights.
You sure you want to
He
do it
slides.
tonight?
He slides. Oh, 2 nights. 2 rooms, 2 nights. That's 4 gold.
You eat the rest, Claude.
You just handed him 4 gold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1. Oh yeah. Oh, it's right. Sorry. Okay, it's right. But yeah.
He swipes it. All right. Your rooms are there in the back. Get your food whenever you like it. Just ask me or somebody else. You'll have to pay for it, of course, but meals here come at 5 to 8 silver pieces.
Okay.
We'll have a pitcher of alcohol brought to your room or your rooms here at about 7 o'clock.
Okay. Could I please use your guys' kitchen? I want to cook some stuff for us.
I don't see why not.
Okay. Thank you. And then Lirio looks at everyone, and then, all right, let's just leave our things in the room. I'm gonna leave you all, and I'm just gonna go to the kitchen and make sure we're good to go. Okay.
All
He's
right.
just a very tired boy.
Just gonna pat his shoulder.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Nope, no, not. Let's go get to a room. Also, who's staying with who? Actually, Beep, who do you want to share rooms with since you're the guest?
He doesn't say anything. He just awkwardly scoots closer to Lirio and grabs his arm.
Oh, of course. If you want to stay with me, it would be more than pleasure to.
He nods.
Okay, let's just drop our stuff because this bag's getting kind of heavy. Let's go.
So you set your stuff in your room, grabbing things you need for
Food.
food. As you enter the kitchen, Lirio, you see a small halfling woman jumping up on a stool here and there to cook pots of food, setting a whole roast inside the oven, things of that nature. However, you see a blue wisp flash in front of your face for a second. Please, Vessel, you must help me.
Does the thing disappear?
It floats in front of your face.
Lyra just gonna cast message on this thing. Where do you mean? Where?
Here. You must find out how I died and tell my parents, please. You're the only one I can talk to. I won't get on the steed until you do.
You crash it right there. Can you repeat that, please?
I won't get on the steed until you do.
Oh, guess give me until everyone's asleep. I'll check on that. Just stay calm. I'm here. Things are gonna be okay, right? Just calm down.
Just
We can
promise
talk
you'll be
later.
more help than the centaur.
Centaur?
He was in town. But he left.
So he can
He
see you.
He promised me he'd help, but he didn't.
Oh. How are you talking to me? You disappeared before. How are you? What's your name?
Philip.
Philip.
Philip the Roe.
Okay, Philip the Roe. I'll just finish here my stuff. When everyone goes to sleep, we go outside and then you talk better to me about what's going on, okay?
Okay.
How about that? Okay. Until then, stay safe.
I was scared I'd never meet another vessel.
We're gonna have a talk about that later. Now, excuse me, please.
Okay. It must be soon. I can feel something happening.
Oh, I will soon.
The creature disappears.
But yeah, he looks at the kitchen now, sweating bullets. But now excuse me, ma'am. The man on the front allowed me to use the kitchen. I hope it's not too much trouble.
The halfling waves a hand, kind of aggressively as she stirs up.
Okay. Leo just starts setting up his own stuff like a skillet, probably also some pots to make the stew on the rice. Do you need to roll what?
Make me a survival check.
Are you sure it's not performance again?
Yeah, it can be performed.
Great, because that doesn't been rolling so far for food. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not smart.
You're our
And-
DM, and that's what matters, and we love you.
My brain go burr. Every time he is like, I want to roll a check. I'm like, wait a minute.
Read it. Well, 16. Finally, not. It's not an amazing roll, but at least it's something. Got a 16.
What are you trying to cook?
Rice and stew with potatoes and meat.
So the rice comes out a little bit watery, but everything else
Mm.
comes out just fine.
Whew. How's the party going while I'm cooking?
Claude, Vex, Corvus, is there anything you'd like to do while Lirio's cooking your dinner?
Vex and I are probably just chilling.
Yeah. There.
Are you sitting in the main
Yes.
room or the your room?
I think Vex is chilling in their room.
Yeah. Claude is just like, I've had enough of people, and if I see that gnome, I'm gonna
Commit violence.
do something I probably shouldn't do.
Yeah. Vex isn't good with impulse control either, so.
Yes, put us in a room together. Perfect.
Oh, no.
Best not to tempt fate.
You hear some mild arguing outside, but you can't tell who it's between.
Alrighty. I want to try something. I kneel down, then I look at the puppy, and then I give a little nudge on the head. Could you fetch the others and bring them here? Do you think you could try that?
Animal handling check.
Aight. Well, let's see how this goes. Hang on, I need to. I'm a fearbook. I have the thing about talk with animals, but it only helps me on charisma checks of creatures, not animal handling.
Yeah.
That's sad. Okay, animal handling. It's not bad. Okay, let's see how this goes. 20 plus 3. Da-da-da! Well, that's a 10. That's a 10.
The dog waves its or wags its tail, looking at you. It does not know what you're trying to ask it to do, but it's so happy you're doing it.
Aww. We're gonna work on that, buddy. Lirio goes outside the kitchen and then, guys, dinner's ready. At least the guys that are from my party. And then he goes back to the kitchen.
I guess we hear it? Maybe?
Perhaps.
Yeah, if Lirio is purposely calling to you, you hear it.
Okay, then yeah, we'll go downstairs to feast.
Yo, boys that found the blaze ball. But yeah, do you have a spare table over in the room?
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing but spare tables. There is there's the gnome from earlier, Fulstus Tazzletail, sitting at one of them. He has a backpack sitting on the table and a set of cards sitting out in front of him, as well as a book, and he seems to be taking notes on it or writing something down on it.
Okay.
The bartender looks over at you all and just kind of shrugs. Whoever you like.
Anywho, Lirio goes back in the kitchen about 2 times to bring 2 huge pots, one with the stew and another one with the rice. Then he waves at everyone. He's here.
Um,
Wait, I've been left in here a lot.
yeah. Claude and Vex
Come.
just aren't
Come,
paying
please.
attention.
I'm paying attention, Claude.
Too.
Like, he's just gonna wander over. Like, he doesn't. There's nothing for him to say. He's just like, ooh, food. Okay.
Then
Yeah,
say
Vex,
it.
Vex, Vex is a
So,
quiet
I'm
bab.
sorry, you
Leave
guys,
me
I couldn't
be.
listen to the last little
It's
bit.
okay.
as you get to the food, um, the gnome looks over at you and kind of sits up and wanders over. You can see in his eyes that he is trying to say the right thing, but what he says is, "Well, it's about time this establishment brought out food."
Slowly raise his eyebrow. To be
Claude.
honest, I just look at. Do I make a lot of food at this point? I think I would have some spares.
Yeah, you made a decent amount of food.
Lyra just looks at the guy. He gives a deep breath and then he just grabs a plate and then, sir, this food I made for my party, but I wouldn't mind giving you a plate under one condition. You leave us alone as you eat. How about it?
Claude puts up a hand. I don't think so. He's done nothing to deserve it.
Lyria just holds Claude's shoulder. Oh, he's not deserving it. I am making a trade. The food for his silence.
I think you forget who I am, sir. He
I
looks
don't
towards
care
Claude.
who you are.
I don't
Let me
know
make
who
that
you are.
very clear.
Have you used a map? Ever? Odds are they were made by me. So, you should thank
Okay.
me by feeding me dinner.
No.
And be lucky that's all I ask for.
And now all I'm asking for is their silence in exchange for the food, or is that too much for someone so rich as you?
Tazzletail turns to you. Fine. I know when I'm not wanted. And he'll kind of scuttle over, grab the food. But
Good.
don't say Tazzletail never did anything for you. And he'll wander back to his table like he did something other than take your food.
Curious, he says he knows he's not wanted. Because I'm curious as to how anybody could ever want that.
Do you say that out loud?
Please don't!
I mean, yeah, Claude, his attitude sucks.
You will hear an audible huff.
And Vex is
And
just gonna be like, he
like
never
a
did
deep,
anything though.
throaty exhale
Oh my god.
to show his displeasure, but he does not say a word.
They're just face palms.
Bud turns to
Have I-
Lirio. Well, it seems like your food was good enough for him to keep his side of the bargain.
How about we just. I'll serve you all here. And then he just started grabbing a plate and then putting the stew on the rice. Hand it to everyone. I hope it's to your guys' liking. I'm sorry, I don't think it's as good as I want it to be. I'm just a little stressed. Is his tail just thumping against the ground repeatedly?
As you
Is it
set
because
the
of the
bowl in
goblin?
front of Corvus, you notice that Corvus is not moved to eat.
Oh. Well, if you don't want to, you don't have to feel forced to eat it. It's quite alright. Just tell me and I'll guard it for us to eat later, okay? Beep.
Claude,
Beep appears to be having technical difficulties. So in Beep's place, I will say
I'm so sorry. I was putting up dump trucks and tractors. What's up?
It's okay. You're doing a great job. It's okay.
Lirio set a plate of food in front of you, and I just narrated that you didn't eat it because, you know.
Yeah, that's about what I would do. Thank you.
Lirio said you don't have to eat it if you don't want to, and was waiting for a reply.
He sort of looks at it guiltily again, and then looks back up at Lirio, and shrugs a little bit.
It's okay. I can keep this food for later. But then
For later.
we But yeah, what about Vex and Claude?
This is
Claude,
interesting. I've never had it before, but I like it.
Claude folds his hands in his lap and bows his head and says a little prayer before he starts to eat, and then he kind of jumps into eating. He was very hungry for being as small as he is, but he didn't want to let on that he was that hungry.
Do you want to roll deception there, buddy?
No, he's not exactly hiding it.
I tried the dandelion. It tastes nice. It's new. I just hope it's also to your liking. I never cooked it before in a stew.
He nods. The dandelion shines best in stews without meat.
Ah.
The flavor is subtle, but pairs well with many vegetables and herbs.
I'll keep that in mind for later. And then he grabs a bit of the food at the stew and then he gives to the puppy as well. Here you go, buddy.
Beep sees that he's feeding the puppy and kind of offers his bowl to the puppy as well.
Oh.
The dog eats it up vivaciously or voraciously, and by the end of it, he gets about halfway through Corvus's serving before the puppy falls over, belly extended,
Jesus
no
Christ.
longer able to walk for a short time.
Oh my.
I thought
Oh my
I killed
God.
the puppy.
Lirio just holds him up and then he gives him a little nut. Oh, I guess you were hungry being down in that forest, huh? Well, maybe when you grow up you can tell me what you were doing there. Hmm. You see Lirio looking at the puppy on his hands. That it's so small compared to him. You know, I need to give you a name. I need to stop calling you puppy. Hmm. Puppy, you're golden, you're small, you're wait, golden and small. Is it like something ticked on Lirio's head? How about I call you Coin? Do you like the name Coin? You want to be
The,
known as Coin?
the dog is doing his very best to get back to the bowl of food.
No, no, no. You mean enough. No, no. He just takes the plate and then the puppy already probably ate a bit. He's gonna just throw it out. No, you're not gonna go hungry again here, but you can't overeat, or you're also gonna just stay like this. Okay?
The puppy does not know what's going on. Its tail is just wagging.
Aww. But
It does not know the consequences of these actions.
oh great, he's not us. But Lyra looks at everyone. What time of the day is at this point?
It's closing into 8 p.m.
Okay.
Close to Betty by time.
Lyra just starts grabbing stuff, trying to put it out, and he looks at everyone, and then he hands the puppy to Beep. I'm gonna go wash the dishes and take a bit of a fresh air. Could you take care of Coin for me while I'm out, please?
He nods again, his eyes kind of glowing a happy light as he takes the puppy gently.
The puppy sniffs around and then jumps out of your hands and into your chest cavity.
Coin, no!
Well then.
You
He's not
feel
really sure what to do with this.
you feel small nibbles as the puppy is now teething on your rib bone. Keep in mind, the party does not see this. You can just feel it happening.
Is Corvus, do you need help?
Oh no. of like awkwardly shuffles away to try and deal with the problem elsewhere.
Much.
Oh my god.
May I try to take him off of you? Can I be?
I'm not sure you can see it. I don't know if that's a thing because he's under my cloak.
You could
But-
reveal it, but then you'd also reveal that you are not alive.
Yeah. So he kind of waves off and just says bye and goes to like one of the like areas where he cannot be seen while he tries to pull the doggy off of his ribcage.
You go back into one of the private rooms and start
Munch.
undressing. Much. You hear, or you see the bartender look up. Ah, fuck. Everyone, I would advise going to your rooms for the night.
Oh? Is that something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. I am just expecting a visitor.
Oh.
There's just panicked squeaking from Beep as he's trying to deal with the puppy.
Every time you think you get the puppy off, it jumps back on.
The little pup became a parasite.
Munch.
Munch.
Bone.
He needs calcium. Do you have to roll anything to get the puppy off? Or is it gonna take time?
Yeah, it's just gonna take time. The puppy's not ultra powerful. It's just relentless. And Corvus is like, all right, I got it off. I'm gonna put my clothes back
Very
on. And it's back on. What the fuck?
He just wants a little bone. A little munch.
I need these bones.
Just
They'll
one bone. Just one
regrow.
crunch.
Oh wait.
Do they regrow? Do they do
No, they do not. They do not.
I mean,
That's what I thought.
Babe, you need help there?
Panicked squawks.
There's just panicked squawking. There is nothing else. Just panicked squawking and the sound of
no.
bone being crunched.
After about 3 minutes, Corvus does get the puppy off and manages to keep him off.
Just,
Can you
wraps
come back to
with
the
his clothes,
party?
Like, okay, you're a baby now.
He just goes then. So you meet with us again.
Puppy gives a big old yawn as Corvus walks back out.
But I'm so sorry, Curtis. I don't know what happened to him to do that. Do you have any food on you or something that he might have got attracted to or something?
He just stares with a panicked look and shakes his head vigorously.
Okay.
The bartender walks over to you and pushes Corvus in the room. I very much advise you being in your rooms for the next 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay. He takes a look at Beep and then everyone. Since probably I'm not gonna be outside, how about you three go to a room and I go to another because I have some stuff I need to clean up. And I could use a little time alone if you don't mind.
Fuck, too late. As the bartender turns, you all hear the sound of metallic feet stomping the ground. Tink, 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 tink. And the sound of of a metal tool being dragged along the wood. A medium height Furbolg male enters the room. In his hand,
Boy!
in his hand, he has a staff, and he looks into it. How many times are we going to have to play this game, Baron? The bartender turns. I told you, I'd get you the money. You don't have to keep harassing my inn every night. Well, you see, well, I do. It's not just me you owe money to. The Sealy Fae want their money. One of the windows break out as a small, bearded creature jumps in with a sickle in one hand, wearing iron boots and a giant red hat that stretches out back behind the door. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well then.
Well then.
A little bit earlier than normal,
I almost got beaten by a puppy.
but I have a lot of sounds going on that are going to get louder. So we unfortunately will have to end tonight's session pretty early. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see what happens with these mysterious druid and fae next session of Blaze Mother's Call. Thank you so much. We're fantasy driven. We hope you are too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.